Well, howdy. Are you surviving out there? James Hoff with RERAW. Thank you so much for tuning in to some new content to help you with your business during this crazy coronavirus, this COVID-19 deal. Before we get to the main content, don't forget you can join my text community totally for free, just whatever your regular text messaging costs are, but you can communicate directly with me. I'm doing lots of one-on-one interaction. 949-216-5448. Again, it's 949-216-5448, and get announcements, know when new content gets uploaded, get tips, tricks, motivation, all kinds of stuff, and again, an opportunity for a lot of one-on-one engagement. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for RERAW. And last, if there is stuff that you are struggling with specifically and you want more content built around, please remember to make sure that you put in the comments what it is that you're looking for, and let me help build content that you most need during this like super weird time. So anyway, let's get to the good stuff. So you might notice a difference in my setting. I presume this will be changing a lot over the next few days and weeks to come. My wife and I picked up our stuff from the office, and while we're not on a shelter-in-place order right now, we're doing our best to kind of like play our part and just make sure that if we receive a shelter-in-place notice that we are in a position to just like keep that an easy transition, because basically we're set currently to function completely at home. So kids had their schooling and their homeschooling stuff today, and we have so far survived that. God bless my wife. And onto the business stuff. So let's talk a little bit about today. We're going to talk a little bit about marketing, real estate marketing. How do you advertise yourself? How do you go after new customers? The social media presence that you have. What is it that we are looking for, and what is the consumer looking for? The first thing I want you guys to know is I don't know. I don't have all the answers to everything, but I want to give you some feedback and some insight and some advice that I think will ultimately help you. So let's talk about that. Number one, I would really encourage you for any social media posting to take into consideration that everybody's coming from a different place and that all people are impacted by this differently. And while, to my own admission, I've built even my own following with RERAW based on polarity and content, and based on really getting a crowd that doesn't mind the no fluff and the no BS stuff. It's also important to acknowledge that that's a strategic decision that I made, and you have to figure out if that's what you want. I'm not out there to please everybody, and there's a place for that type of content, and there's a place for other stuff. To me, it builds a more loyal following, but in real estate, obviously, there can create some boundaries and barriers and really isolation. And if you're struggling for leads and clients in general, that may not be the best move. So I want to talk a little bit about the stuff that you post online during this interesting time. Number one, I'm not here to tell you that the marketing that you're doing is right or wrong, but I want you to think about a few things. Before you post something, is what you're posting funny to you and comical to other people in the real estate industry, but would not make the industry and you as a professional look professional if it went to the general consumer? Does what you're going to post make you look desperate for money? Does it make it look like you're willing to step over a dead body to get to whatever paycheck you can? Look, I'm all about being relentless. I'm all about like doing whatever it takes, right? Like, I'm not in the restaurant business, so I've got no food to make for people and to have them come and pick up and all that stuff to keep business going. I'm in the education business right now with RERAW, so I can give you food for your mind, right? And then on the real estate side, I'm in the home sales business, right? So I think education and consultation and value for the circumstances and the situation we're in is important. And over pushing and overselling, like, I can get you your house, I can sell your house, I can make your dreams come true no matter what the market is, because I'm relentless and I will do anything to get you into your space. While I admire the message and the underlying tone and the idea behind it, I want to just make sure that you present it in a way that doesn't make you seem desperate and doesn't, quite frankly and selfishly, make the rest of us look like we're all just money-hungry losers. We all got to put food on the table at the end of the day, but you're going to find more success in your ability to do that by protecting your client's best interest first, as I always say, and making sure that you understand. Sorry, my computer's going bonkers down here. protect your client's best interest first, and ultimately make sure that you're looking out for their journey, making sure that that they understand that you're not out there to push and force them into a transaction, but rather out there to add value to them, give them information that they need and that they maybe don't know, and help them come up with solutions to the stuff that they ultimately are struggling with, right? And give them information so they can make educated and informed decisions. Those are the types of things that are ultimately going to help you find more fruit. As far as the exact copy of what to be putting out there, I'm not here to tell you that in this specific session. I do other trainings and other things about more specific ad copy and messaging that you can put out there. That's not what this is about. This is just to get your brain thinking about what you do before you actually do it. I know sometimes it's like ready, fire, aim, and I think that in this particular instance, in the heat of the situation that's going on, the ever-changing by the minute stuff that's happening, it should be ready, aim, fire, and make sure that you adjust based on the feedback that you get, but don't put yourself in a position where you send out something quirky and funny and think that it's going to make all the difference in your business, only to find out that it does make all the difference, but it's a negative difference because you didn't think about the messaging that's out there. Guys, I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of emotions going on out in the market, and whether you're in a specific geography that's hugely impacted by this and is a shelter in place and real estate is more or less shut down, or whatever the case is, or you're in a market where you're not feeling it, there's still a crazy fury out there on the market, and everybody's buying up houses as fast as they can. You're still in multiple offers. You're still in situations where houses are selling in a minute. That's great. But don't be so dense that you're not paying attention to what's happening in other states and other geographies around you if you haven't been directly impacted yet, because chances are, with how things are spreading, that there'll be some changes that you're forced to or may have to take at some point, whether it's now or in the near future. And God, I hope I'm wrong on that. I really do. Because again, I don't have the crystal ball, but I just think that it's important to not get overly immersed and jump into panic mode, but be sensitive to the fact that other markets are responding to this situation at a deeper level than perhaps some of you. And some of you may have markets that are responding not as serious as the one you're in because you're heavily impacted and they're not. But think about what you put out there, because it's your image and it's the image of the industry. You want to know why people look to not hire a real estate agent to do a FSBO, or to get a discount broker that just puts it in the MLS, right? And plays that game. A lot of times it's because they have a bad taste in their mouth about agents, because they just look at us as money hungry vultures who literally will do anything to get a paycheck. And I just don't think it's wise to be the agent that wants to step over the body to get the dollar, right? So let's make sure that everything we do is coming from a place of contribution. I admire the relentless agent, but I also admire the agent in good taste who has a thought out strategy. Don't overthink, but make sure that you understand the pros and cons of what you're putting out there, not just for you, but the people around you. And does that help drive business to you? Does that give you positive attention, or are you giving yourself negative attention? I know they say no press is bad press, but I do think that in some situations it might do more harm than good in the short term. And let's be honest, I think we're all trying to make sure we can make that dough right now. So anyway, stay safe, be hungry. Remember something, real agents work. You've got to be one of them. And if there's anything, like I said, that you want to see, if you want more content created around specific topics, go ahead and post in the comments below. Do you like this type of content? Is it helpful? Is it not helpful? There's other videos already up and published to help you learn different ideas for open houses, different things that you can do for virtual tours and virtual settings. Make sure you check those out. Don't forget to subscribe and join my text community, 949-216-5448. We'll see you guys soon.